It's that bad that I want to commit suicide. I got depressed, but I came out of it, and now I have the best. I think I can say that I am the happiest person in my life ever. And I have the best relationship with my loved ones, my girlfriend, and also my family, my brother. All of that, even that changed me internally. I focus mainly with to change myself, not about changing others as I used to be.
Hello, Joe.
Hi, Mario.
We have a long talk before, we should record this. How are you today?
Good. So far, so good.
Okay. And I want to start straight away. You building something new?
Yes. Because as you know, right, my main business is about ProPlugin. We are basically the distributor and also retailer for all the audio stuff and also musical instrument, right? And I believe that in order to help people to create great piece of work, we would love to show them like the good experience. So we have one showroom now in Fortune Town. So it's about 500 square meters, but I want something better. So this year, in June, we will launch a new showroom in not too far from Fortune Town. It will be in Rama 9, in front of Rama 9 Hospital.
Oh, nice.
So it would be around 1,000 square meters, and we would have 8 studios. So I would build that to serve our customer and also to build the communities. So if you would love to use like podcast studio, recording studio, live streaming studio, or DJ rehearsal room, please come and join.
I think the things what you said about the community is the big important part, because I think in general that's what they build the culture and the things connect with the artists, with the performers, with creators, any kind of like even right now the podcasting part it's become very famous and popular, and I think it's the good way because the podcast people can first of all be more open, talk more, inspired others.
Yep.
And the same like music before. People get inspired, they become musician, they share with others and they spread some good message. So I think that making community and have a space and showing others how everything looks like, that's amazing things. Because many people even don't know how to start and they don't have the place even what to learn. And sometimes even the stuff, they just selling things, they never use this. It's like, oh yeah, this is good mic, yeah, but takes me even like it's my 5th studio, podcast studio.
Oh, wow.
And takes a lot of time to understand many concepts, quality, sometimes the best quality, it's not always the best for you, you need to also think about the pricing and everything. So you also do podcast?
Yes, I also have actually about the ProPlugin, we would call it ProPlugin X. Other than the retail space and also the studio, we would have the live house. So with live house, right, we would have the place that can organize concerts that can accommodate up to 500 people.
Nice.
So this would be the most exciting thing for me as well. And other than that, you mentioned podcast, right? I am also a podcaster myself. I do the program called Kod Fail. So Kod Fail is basically I interview people, and the people who are success in business, as the creator and also as the artist. I interview them that what is their failure in the past and how did they overcome it and what is their mindset about it. So they tell the story when they fail, and sometimes they fail big time. Even some of them want to do suicide. So, but I think this is like a good lesson, right? Because everyone fails. You and me, we fail so many times. So if we got the chance to learn from the people who failed before us, so it would save us some time and resources because we learn a lot from fail, and we doesn't have to wait to just learn from our fails only. We can also learn from others' failures, especially the people who have been making it big time. So there's a lot of lessons we can learn.
So someone asked you the questions about your fails?
Yes, of course, right? I think the biggest fail, the super failures for me, right, would be in 2021 during COVID time. I think there would be also many people, also the people I interview, they also fail a lot during that time. But for me, right, I have been doing business for about 23 years now. Today. But during that time, maybe around 20, right? And that time, since ProPlugin has been around for about 2 decades, so you can imagine that we have about 100 people, 95 people to be exact, during that time. When the business has been running for too long, the infrastructure, like the system, is also maybe not up to date enough. And also the people, the culture. During that time, I have to say that I am the leader. During that time, I didn't focus much on building the good culture. I just like work with people and tell them what I want and ask them to deliver that. I am in Thai would be the word that the bag. You know the word bag, the bag, right? The people were trying to fix everything for everyone. I was that kind of person before, and it's like from the moment I wake up and the moment I go to sleep. So everything is all about work and solving problems. And I am also a workaholic during that time. All that for many, many years. Although I work with my brother, but the main relationship is mainly about work. So we hardly talk about family stuff. So I was that kind of person. And during that time, there would be a lot of change for COVID, right? Our store got to close down because of the COVID restriction. And we also involve a lot in the event business, entertainment, right? We also work with Tomorrowland of selling their packages to Thai people and Southeast Asian people. Even for Tomorrowland Thailand, we also one of the partner. And during that time, I also organized music festival, but not anymore because I think the market is too red ocean now. I also used to own some bars in Thong Lo called I Know Bar. I'm not sure whether you have been there, but it's mainly locals. The bar has been open for about 9 years. So you can imagine that the effect that we got from COVID is quite severe because we are in the entertainment and music business, which is also the first wave of hit comparing to tourism. And other than that, internally in the organization, when I try to move things forward, because you need to be very fast, right? But I cannot because the culture is not flexible. The culture is not good. People is like, I can say that it's quite toxic. And people that have to be blamed is to be me because I didn't focus on building the good culture. And also the business is also getting hit around. And I think the last straw is making my life during that time really difficult would be the relationship with the people I am close with, my brother, my family. And it's all came at the same time. The business problem, the culture and the company problems, and also the side business that I'm doing also is also get a lot of affected. And the personal relationship with my loved ones also affected. So during that time, I was thinking to myself, when I start a business, I want to make my life and my family, my loved one, a better life. But when I turned back, right, for during COVID, it's like no one was there. And because we have a big fight, I have a big fight with my brother. And we are kind of like the family is also tearing apart because if you have quarrel in the family, I think someone takes side, right? Everyone takes side some way.
Yeah.
That's why when I look at that, I got a good reflection that when I want to build the good life for me and my loved one, but where's my loved one? That's why it's like the biggest failure for me in life. But the good thing is right now, I do learn a lot during those failures. Right now, I have the best relationship ever in my life with my family, with my brother, because we, in my program, right, would say, I interview one people called Joe Traithep. He said that if it looked like a bad day, it actually can be the start of good day for later days. So I think that is really the good example of my story because at that day it seemed really bad. It's that bad that I want to commit suicide. I got depressed, but I came out of it and now I have the best. I think I can say that I am the happiest person in my life ever. And I have the best relationship with my loved ones, my girlfriend, and also my family, my brother. All of that event that changed me internally. And when that event happened, right, it changed me internally. I focus mainly with to change myself, not about changing others as I used to be.
So you think it was necessary, the situation happened in your life, or you can avoid this?
I think we can avoid it, right? I can do some work better, but I think this is life, right? It's life that sometimes you don't know what would be happening in the future if you choose this way. It might be good for one day, but later you need to adapt yourself, to evolve yourself and go on. But I think for me, I would say I'm thankful for it that it's happened during that time because it changed me. It changed me internally. And when I change internally, my world changed. My reality changed.
So right now, when you say on the process, what you discover and you learn, sometimes I'm thinking like this. Do we really need to go through the hell to discover something about the value in life, to discover this, what is really important, right? And also the value there, because I believe that time you make a lot of work, connect with your business, with build some structure, you learn a lot. But at the same time, you pay the price.
Yep.
And I also believe, everything have a price. And sometimes it's just jumping from one extreme to another. I think I'm on the right now on your similar time when you've been before. Maybe with some experience what I learned before, but at the same time the circumstances, what's happening right now, it's also, extreme. With the maybe more awareness, because I believe we are kind of similar on many stories what we share.
Yep.
With full respect to your journey and your achievement. But at the same time, the spiritual way, I also believe it can be repeat, maybe on a different way. You understand different, you see different, but you still get some issue problems and everything. It's not like you are super free from everything. I think it's the part of our life. It's not about the problems, but how we solve the problems.
Totally.
Right.
It's about how you look at the problems, right? I think before this, right, before COVID time, I always scrolling and look at my friends' social media. And I was thinking to myself that how that their life look fabulous. And what about mine? I'm still tired, working as tired as, I work a lot, but I enjoy doing that. But some days there's some tough day. But I think everyone has their own problem, right? And we doesn't have to compare ourselves to anyone, because everyone, from what I learned, right? I interview many people, about 150 people now. I learned that even the most successful people in that area, there are a lot of failures, and everyone have to fail. And I think failures come to make you evolve. So to answer your question earlier, I think yes, it's better to avoid the big failure as much as you can. But I think in life, you cannot avoid that. And sometimes, like life throw you, like you cannot control, like COVID, right? You cannot control it. And even this year, there's a lot of happening around the globe, right? With the geopolitics thing, and now with the war and the oil price, that is affecting everyone's lives around the globe now. You cannot avoid it. You can only adapt to it. So it's better if you look at that area as the ways of, evolving yourself or developing yourself further.
And if you look on your story behind the ProPlugin, it was the time when you how would everything start, to be honest, because I'm also interested like who you are on your level of awareness and the work ethic when you start everything. If you're like the kid who have a dream, or if you hustle, or you are the rebellion.
I like your question. I like the word, that level of awareness. I like that word. During that time, right? Actually, my parents, they are India. They are born and raised in Thailand. But normally, when I was growing up in the childhood, I need to have the turban. And I need to wear the bandana and all that stuff, right? And the religion would prohibit us to drink any alcohol. And my family is vegetarian. So I was growing up as a good child of the family, but there is rebellious side in me. So, but when that happened, right, when I go to the university, I have the freedom that I never had. I go out every night, drinking a lot of alcohol, partying, seeing a lot of girls, during that time, a lot of crazy partying. That's also, I can say that it would be my first failure. But the good thing is, after that, when I hit rock bottom, the worst thing that I had during that time, I got addiction to gambling. A good thing is I got that habit when I was very young. Because if I'm old right now, this age, I got that problem, it would lose like millions, right? But during that time, it would be like 100,000 or baht, which is still a lot for about like 27 years ago. That's totally a lot. I'm 47 now. Yeah. After that, I have to decide to pick myself from the bottom. So I want to start a business, because my family at that time also was in debt. They were about to went bankrupt. So it's like my motivation that I need to build business so I can make my loved one a good life, live a quality life. So I started a business since then, but I don't have any investment. I don't have any money, right? So I work as a professional for the companies that in the tech area during that time. But I decided to start a business by investing in the website and I don't know how to code. But
Was no AI.
no
Was no
AI,
AI.
no AI. 27 years, there's no AI, yes. So I decided I just open a website. It's like, how would you say it? Formulated website. So I can just add like content. I don't have to build a website myself. I can just add picture, write description, all that. So that is how I start the business. Only 1,990 baht to build a website. And I saw the trend that you would understand that this kind of studio would not exist 27 years ago or 25 years ago. And there was a recording studio, and to have recording studio during like 23 years ago, right? You would need 10 million of baht at least, because you would need to build the acoustic studio, and you would need to have a lot of analog gear. So I see the trend that I read an article from Future Music magazine, which is from England, about home studio. I can see that it is the emerging trend and it can be disruptive. So I think I want to focus with this opportunity. And no one is doing it during that era, right? So I open a website and sell it. But before I open a website, I just try to call everyone I know, which is I got the successful call for the first month. I got the sales instantly. But after that, for the next 3 months, it's like no sales. But when I go into the website, now the business can start because there are customer pouring in. And yeah, I think it starts slowly, but then in some level, it's kind of have a exponential growth. So I decided to quit my job and start a business. So that would be in 2003.
Wow.
Yep.
I remember when I was also young and I had my first job and I sell the Roomba, the machine, what is the robot would clean the floor. That was also like 20 years ago. So I remember I sold the four in the first month. I was so happy. I was like king of the jungle, right? And I have amazing, like, owner of the place. I mean, like he said, oh, congratulations, some prices. So I said, okay, like I need a car because I need to go to the clients. Because like a call center, I go to home, I make the show for the presentation. And that time was cost like $1,000. Was expensive. Now it's much cheaper, about $100. But it's still like some expensive. But after next month, I sell zero. Next month, zero. Next month,
story,
zero.
yes.
And like, oh my God. And I have that my car for down payment. And for like, I cannot pay for like next 10, 15 years, but pay back, right? Because, I cannot cover the cost from the before. It's like, oh, cannot do nothing, because so excited, my first like sale and everything. So I need a car. Yeah, similar.
So what did you do during that time? How did you fix
So
yourself?
so that's very interesting because many people just to try and go to the job when they, just need to pay and to do something what they don't like. I decide to do things what I kind of like, the sales, something would not give me the roof. Even if I was struggle with the financial things for many years, many people have a simple work, production, everything, earn much more money than me, always get the job, don't have problem like me. But I was the kind of rebellion. I just want to sell, go to the houses, try this company, network marketing company. You remember the MWA? I mean, still exists, right? So and then I discovered the Robert Kiyosaki.
Yes, I think that would be the same book that I changed my life. Yes.
I had the same. And the same day when I discovered the book, I found on my university school, like information, there's cash flow club. So I said, no way, like the law of attraction, right? You know the secret, right?
Yep.
And then I go to the meetings and they show me the network marketing. And after 6 months, I also discovered the secret. And then I was like I say, missionary about the secret. I show it everyone, like, hey, you need to see this, guys. And my grandmother, like, I want to have a hair. And look, I don't have. Not working, everyone laughing, half of the city, small village when I live. So I was like, I'm not crazy because I see many people believe it and it's working and I really respect them. And then I also become a part of the company, The Secret. So I was the teacher of The Secret.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it was like a franchising and everything, So I was really like but it was the journey when I also see the problem because if you study the NLP,
When
right?
did you start?
Yes.
During that time?
Yes. So
wow.
it was addiction to the personal development. You want to, your confidence was small, but you use the books and the courses to feel better.
Yep.
And I also discovered the same with the spirituality, more courses, more meditation, more yoga and everything, Basically, when I came to Thailand, I discovered like, oh wow, the whole Kopangan is basically people who like don't want to change much thing in the life. I call this like this. They coming for the weekend for some retreat, but basically they come back to the work what they hate.
Yep.
And they trying to fix something in weekend, but they don't do anything on the Monday to Friday, right? So I discovered that it's more about the passion, because you need to enjoy Monday. If you don't enjoy Monday, then you'll be waiting for Saturday, and then you're waiting for the dopamine, and to get you hit and everything. So I discovered like the main point is about to make the Monday the best day of your life, and the Tuesday the same. So you never wait, you never want to escape, you never want holiday. But the holiday on the way, like you don't go from a holiday just to escape from your work. You go holiday because you just want to spend good time, and it's not about escaping anymore, right? So that was my, I can say, spiritual and the personal development journey, because I understand it's more about the action, not about the knowledge, right? If you just talk with the 5 people, it's more than you talk when you read 5 books, to be honest.
Yep.
And I believe in a podcast like this, listen someone real, because sometimes if you watch even motivational video, it can be kind of trap. Because you are not better when you're scrolling and you watch motivational video, right? Like
You have trust span advantage, right?
You're still scrolling.
Yeah.
And if you're scrolling Tony Robbins, Alan Watts, whatever, it's still scrolling. You just feel better because, it's something smarter.
Yeah.
It's the same algorithm. Keep you there, Just go to the people. Do something, Make the action. Be the uploader, not the downloader.
Yeah, be the creator, right?
Be the creator.
Yeah.
And I think it's what you do, it's also connect with the inspired others to create. And like you said, what you make the mistake about the building the culture, I think it's the things what you do right now, the building the culture. Because even the podcast, the people don't know exactly how to connect this. And the biggest problem I can say, what I discover, people try to monetize this too fast.
Agree.
Right? And then they building this one for one reason, to get more money. Cool. But the point is like you need to just make, and I can tell you like how I still survive and I keep going, because they say if you do more than 21 podcasts, you're on the top 1% podcasters, right?
Yes.
And many people fail because they focus on the likes, comments, followers, and money, right? I was like, because I have some savings, right? But at the same time, you can always do on the side hustle, sorry. And, just do it with the phone. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to make the podcast studio. You can absolutely, my friend
You can start small, right? And that would be, I think it's all about the intention and the energy you put into it.
Absolutely. My friend using phone and make 1 million subscribers on the YouTube. And my other friends cannot reach now, 180 after 10 years, but trying to make 1 video a month perfect, with the best camera and everything. So it's all about just do intention and just do it. Doesn't matter. It can be normal microphone from the phone. It doesn't matter. But of course, if you want to go deeper, you need to have this one. So I think it's the process, what you do, how you use the tools and everything.
I totally get you. And I think I learned a lot doing podcasts, right? I learned from the people that I interview them. I learned a lot of the mindsets. And now when I have any problems that's similar to them, right? My brain would connect to the word that I was hearing from them. So when I was in failures or I'm in stuck in the problem, I can relate it to the solution or the mindset that I got into you from these people. And other than that, right, as before this, when I have to speak maybe in podcasts like this, maybe a bit nervous, but now, right, I'm okay. Because I have been doing more than 150 episodes now.
Nice. That's amazing.
So it's really good. And as the leader, when you have to work with a lot of people, your communication skill is crucial. And I think what I actually learned a lot from doing podcasts is I learned how to listen and also learn how to ask the good questions, because that is also how you learn.
Yes.
That is also how you empower people. And it is also how you lead people into the better direction that you are trying to make the leading.
True. And I think the one part is just to keep going with the inviting guests, because you learn on the process. Some people overthink about the questions, about how it looks like, and sometimes it's not go on the plan, But I think the most important, keep going with not the results of the podcast, just, invite other people and just do it this one. Because if you start looking numbers, it always you have no motivation to do the next. So that I learned just how even invite people, how to connect with others, how to build a network, how to follow the path. I think you know the guy which I just read an article a few days ago about the Stephen Bartlett. You know him for
Stephen
sure.
Bartlett, yes. Diary of a CEO. One
Yes.
of the really good
Amazing
book.
guy. I
Yep.
remember him 15 years ago, first like a public speaking, some things. I remember he had like a cup, like big cup like this. He was quite funny at the time, but it was, starting on his journey. But a few days ago, I read the article from him. Like every year, he delayed 20 podcasts because it's not fit to the statistic of the audience and they destroy the algorithm of his grow and everything. And of course, it's the sad story because he need to pay the price to sometimes ruin someone business, maybe even relationship. Because if someone like you or me come to him, it will be amazing boost, about the popularity, brand, and everything, right? Of course, it matters. This number 2 podcaster on the world after Joe Rogan.
Yep. You're right.
But it's a lot of things is very well prepared. Like he really prepare, like solid story, information, topic, timing, trends, and everything. It's well not prepared. That's amazing work what he do.
I agree.
And so he need to pay the price balance between what I want for him, for the guest, or what my audience need to keep going, to growing, to reach more people, because it's all about this one.
Yep.
So I kind of don't like, because I wouldn't, on this time, maybe I will never, like, for example, imagine like, hey man, like, sorry Joe, but your podcast not fit to my stats, I need to delay it, That will be hard, because, it's destroying relationship, right?
Yep. It's
And it's
risky.
so nice. Yeah, it can be risky. Maybe you lose something bigger than this, right? Maybe you lose some other guest, or maybe some big opportunity. So, sometimes you cannot look the numbers. I'm doing many things just to give, and the numbers for me it's always second part, because you never know what happened. And we know sometimes just the karma give you back. Sometimes just synchronicity, the universe give you like things from the heaven, right?
And I think have you read the book Diary of CEO as well? Have you read the book?
No.
It's really good book. I would recommend, right? And I learned from the book that he do a lot of preparations, as you mentioned. He even like kind of research what would be their guest's favorite drink, and also their guest's favorite music. So they would open the music instant before, right, in the background music. So he do a lot of research to make the guest more like a comfort place, a comfort zone for them, so they can discuss with everything is like very freely and also with very comfortable style.
Yeah.
And I think that's really good. And you also mentioned about the numbers. What I also learned from doing this podcast, I interview one people, the company called Si Chan, right?
If I see,
Yeah, it would be the Thai herbal beauty products. So it's quite famous. I think it's getting listed now. It's got like billion baht of sales.
Okay, I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the 7-Eleven. No.
No,
No?
but he also doing podcast
Okay.
called Mission to the Moon. Have you ever heard it? But it's in Thai. You might not. But anyway, he said that I like his quote a lot from my Kod Fail show. He said that you cannot control the results, but you can control your intentions and also your actions. So focus with that, because you cannot control how many likes, how many comments, how many ads you're gonna get, right? You cannot. But I think you can control your intention. And I think if you're doing podcasts for not just about likes, comment, or even money, but if you are doing podcasts for learning, or you want to do podcasts about sharing, I think this is your good intention. And also you have stick to the routine. You have discipline to keep doing it, whether it's a good day or bad day for you, but you still keep doing it. So I think that is when these two things combine, it will make progress for you. It will bring you somewhere.
Yeah.
So and when you got that somewhere, you can connecting the dots somewhere. I think it's really good journey for me. To be honest, right? If I would say from the business wise of doing this program, it might not be, I cannot say successful, but in terms of learning, in terms of reaching people, in terms of influencing people, in terms of even like the side benefit of personal branding, I think it's very worth it.
It's what people also don't look like. If you have 100 views, I talk with many times on the podcast, If you have 100 views, it's 100 people. If you'll be 100 people here, it's a massive audience.
Yep.
And people don't have a value. If you cannot value one person who put the effort, who watching you and everything, it can be the person who changed your business, everything.
Yes.
And many times I organized before event and just one person, even was nobody attend, but one person contact with me because see the event. And it was the person who I have a meeting just 2-3 days ago. He worked for the BBC and connect with the AR, VR, and what I'm doing with the high level. And we have a meeting. It's like, wow, nobody come from my workshop about the VR, but this person contact me because I published this on like a meetup group. So sometimes it's about one person who can change everything in your life.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think one small action can change your entire life, right? So maybe you just have, doesn't have to wait for the big win, right? I think it's all about celebrating the small wins.
Mm-hmm. But I have also some thoughts about the post from the Stephen Bartlett, because I think right now, because he's really into the numbers, maybe the post was also to put some controversy because so many comments. He's smart, right? He's smart. So if he posts like things like this, oh my God, basically it was a lot of comments. So it's also bring the controversial part. People question like, oh, you delayed people, you just look the numbers and everything. So it makes commenting going on. That's how you do it. You put the troll inside, say one side to another. Sometimes the social media is quite controlling on the both sides, fake comments, fake some propaganda and everything just to get the numbers. Even the prank, a lot of the prank, the funny things, people really think is a real, like guy going to the, some street with the guys with the guns and everything. And like, come on, man. Like just pay them like $1,100. It's like, okay, guys, we act like prepare. But people commenting because it makes controversial things, the numbers and everything. So I believe that Steve Bartlett make this on purpose, because it works, like everything works.
And I think even like I just read an article. I think if you look at the algorithm calculation, right, likes may be equal to like 1 point. Comment maybe for the comments would be about 75 points. And I think if you have a lot of comments, right, you would bring a lot of engagement to the audience. It would bring you to the greater exposure. So I think that is why you can see that we are in our echo chamber, because I think this algorithm is trying to show you what the comments, right, the controversial topics. So that is why I think this is also one of the world problem because of this algorithm, because it's quite divided. But this is how algorithm work, and if you know how it works, you can adapt to it.
So right now it's also the new things on algorithm that show you even more things exactly what you like, not even what you follow. So that's why even small channels can win the game, because they just getting more attention than the channel what you follow. That's kind of, I can say, good and bad, because the small channel can win, the big, need to adjust and everything, because it's all about the content, not about the follow. Sometimes you can, I can follow you, I cannot see the content from you. I can see the content, someone who mix your content faster. Right? That's what we see. Or the Clippers. The Clippers getting a lot of money because they work on the big streamers, Kick, Twitch and everything. But it's kids, sometimes from India, everywhere, basically, from Philippines, because they're just clipping and they, posting, and they get million views, and the big streamers, big influencers pay them, which is great, because, really many young people can earn good money just to do things what they do anyway, like for fun sometimes. So it's a tricky and funny world what we live in.
I think we have to admit that we are living in the world of algorithm, right? And they are mainly showcase the interest. If you watch any clip or you like it, they would show you a lot more with that. But I think in the past, when you used Facebook when you were younger, it would be like what is really trending with your network. But nowadays, the algorithm is changed. Maybe in Facebook, the Facebook newsfeed, maybe that might be relevant, but I think all the video content are mainly about the interest.
What's your plans? I mean, I already know your plans about 2026, right? So I think it's something with what you planned before, or you see like you wanna grow, you wanna scale your business. What's your business model, to be honest?
I think right now we can say that ProPlugin, right? We have three channels. We have the store. So the big plan here, we would have a new infrastructure, a new complex that involve 8 studios, involve retail space, and so also involve the live house. When I say retail space, right, there would be the dedicated DJ area, dedicated studio gear area, the dedicated home audio area, and also dedicated immersive studio area. So
What do you mean immersive studio area?
so
Because I'm from the VR.
yes, I would showcase the speakers in like immersive, like
Okay.
setup, like
Okay.
9.1.4, right?
Okay.
So people can go there, and like, we do invest a lot in terms of acoustics, because you know that to hear the great sound, the acoustic of the room is crucial. So we invest a lot. I would love to show you. Maybe it will be opening in June, but maybe in May, if you're available, maybe I can give you a tour before anyone else.
Awesome. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll add something from the VR immersive visual.
Yeah, you can, because we would have some space, because yep, we have quite enough space if you want to, if you have any idea.
You just saw it, the things what I present you about the
Yeah.
VR experience. It's very hard to show this to the outside world, because you need to take it. It's like the same like any psychedelic experience. Even you need to take it, you need to use it, you need to, even meditation, you need to be the state to understand. It's hard to like transfer to you, right? Can you give me some feedback what you experienced, what you saw it?
Yeah, with the VR show you give me, right? It's like it gave me goosebumps, right? It actually kind of give me the similar to psychedelic experience. So it's like I was taking mushroom. But I think it's really, I can say this was a good trip. It's also not too long, right? So it's kind of, and I think the story that you show is also quite a good narrative and also good visual, and I can relate it to all of that. So it's
And
quite
also
compelling.
you know also the person, right?
Yep,
You
Ram
also the
does.
teacher.
Yes.
So I think it's what I believe the important part about creating the content and the experience this kind of things is to relate to the things.
Yep.
Because if I show you like some dinosaurs, you feel like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I don't like dinosaurs, but it's something what we talk. That's why I show you, because if I don't see, you connect with this kind of things, it will not relate to you.
Agree.
Maybe I will show you other things, because we also do here content connect with the event, and we wanna also do like a event show for the people can be anywhere and they can watch like a boiler room. To be honest, like you said, you have a partnership with Tomorrowland. That's also my goal, my dream, to have a Tomorrowland on the VR. So many people, they cannot come, but they want to experience for the first view, the person, right, with them close to the stage, with a different perspective on the VR. That will be something beautiful, because like you cannot go sometimes, you cannot fly, you don't, price, logistic
Yeah.
and everything, right? But you want to experience, and the VR, it's very close. Right now we have a 16K camera.
16K camera
yes.
now.
2 lenses, 16K. So it's for Apple Vision Pro. So it's the quality, it's like more than real, to be honest,
Wow.
because you can zoom much closer, you see really 3D, like very immersive experience, very beautiful at the same time, with the adding like some CGI and everything. It's absolutely stunning, and you really feel it. I also believe like I said, movies and the experience like this, it will be really like immersive experience things, not like watching. Because what we have on the phone is watching. This is experiencing.
Yep.
Right? It's, and I can say visual, it's make you really, like you said, goosebump, because that's like trip, that's like real. What you have, even if you take something or meditate, you have. I don't know if you tried. The holotropic breath work, the breathing, like or Wim Hof breath work.
Yeah, I do Wim Hof breath work, yes.
So it's also when you close and you go deeper and everything, you have a visual.
Yes.
I have a people who really go deep with this one, and I do also for others. And some people think like, man, what you give to them? I said, nothing. It's just breathing. I said, no way. You give them something, LSD, mushrooms. I said, no, they're just breathing. Because it's also release you, the dopamine, endorphin, and you go with the trip.
It can even like unlock your trauma as well. Yep. If you
Absolutely.
get that.
Absolutely, because all the tension from the body get released, right? It's the same like, the
Have
ice
you
bath.
tried the MT breath work?
DMT or breathwork?
DMT breathwork, not the DMT itself. Yep.
You mean the Osho? There's the dynamic. That's the call, the name.
Yeah. It's DMT breathwork. It's like
Yes,
like
yes.
this.
So
Yeah.
there's two different. I mean, there's maybe more, but one of what I do is the holotropic breathwork. So it's very deep, very fast, right? A few minutes, and basically you have like a nirvana state. Second is the breathwork rebirth. They call this similar things. Wim Hof, it's also very similar. So there's many different kind.
Yeah.
I call this before I have a. I can say my own things. I call this the DMT also. I call this dynamic movement therapy.
Let's see.
So I use movement therapy, like a flow and everything, like a dancing.
I see.
to
Like
release
ecstatic dance.
something like this. Yeah, something like this. More like a also connect with the breathing. And also Osho have also his method called this. I forgot, but you know Osho, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Osho have that's also connect with the breathing, releasing. I forgot the name, but it was really, really powerful. It's also like a screaming, so it's also powerful method. I mean the breathing, it's very powerful. That's very powerful. It's like two most important things, like sleep and breathing, right?
Yep.
And basically, it's really can solve many problems. That's so funny,
Totally. And I think breathing can bring you back to here now every time when
Yeah.
you breathe, right? So when we get lost in thought, I think it's the best way to bring you back.
Yeah, simple things for free. Huh?
Yep.
Like we get involved with so many courses, workshop, the supplements and everything. But everyone tell, even Brian Johnson, right? Brian Johnson, sleep.
Yep.
That's the biggest biohack.
Totally. And I think there's a lot of improvement I can do with my sleep because sometimes, right, I still sleep inconsistently. The time is still not good so I need to change that as well.
I'm f***ed up with the sleep. I was really good on this one, and I prepared my lifestyle and everything, but now it's getting like harder. I mean, like just need to adjust. But I also hear like one trick. It's all about like if you want to have like people say, okay, go to the sleep on the same hour. A new study, but Instagram study, but waking up at the same hour is more important than going sleep on the same hour.
I see.
Because if you wake up every morning at the same hour and you do it for constant, and I already have this. So if I do this for let's say 3 days, after even 2 days, I already wake up, and I already my life adjusts, so I go sleep early anyway.
I guess.
So it was really interesting because later I put the alarm for 8 a.m. and I wake up 7:58.
Oh.
And it's happened already like every day.
But you
So it's
always
good.
wake up at 8. What time
Yeah,
do you
but
go to sleep?
because it doesn't matter.
Oh, I see.
I still wake up on this one.
Wow.
So it takes time later to adjust about what time I will go sleep, but that's how your body adjusts, not
Yeah.
about how you adjust.
Yeah.
So you adjust the just wake up time, right? 8 a.m. If you set up 8 a.m. whatever time, then you adjust other things. So you become, let's say, you sleep earlier and earlier and earlier, right? That was interesting. And I didn't believe, like, do I really wake up 8 a.m.? And doesn't matter how many hours I sleep, I still wake up at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I also have trouble waking up, early in the morning, but I try to sleep more because if I couldn't have enough sleep, maybe my brain couldn't function good.
Of the amount of the sleep?
Yeah, because for
Too
me,
long
right?
or too low?
Sorry?
Too long? Too many hours?
Too low.
Yeah, my girlfriend sleep like 12 hours,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think maybe genetics, right? But for me, 8 hours is like good.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. Should be fine.
Yep.
Depends of the quality of the time,
Totally.
Yeah.
But because I also wear Whoop, right? I always try to monitor my deep sleep and REM sleep so I can see that whether it's good shape or not. Because last year, I can say that my sleep is not good. But I think this year is totally much better now. I adjust myself better, but I think there's still room for improvement.
Yeah, I think the sleep is number one. Like
Yes.
people trying to get everything, magnesium, this one, creatine. Everything is important, but I think it's just to taking care of that sleep, and a lot of things will be fixed.
Yep.
I have many people. I'm trying like you help everyone. Fix everyone. So maybe I'm back to the stage again, need to improve myself. But at the same time, like because of there is so many propaganda and the information about the supplements. So they always say, which one to take, what to use, this one, And I said, first take care of your sleep.
Totally.
Start from this.
It is. I think this
Yeah.
would be the most important thing, right? Better than any supplements, because if you doesn't have enough sleep, I think you couldn't function good, whether in physical or the brain,
Yeah.
even to focus your awareness or consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah. That's important. Like Brian Johnson said, your life should be like designed around the sleep. You know.
Totally. I try to do that. I think I need to improve that a bit. Yep.
Because it's also we live on the era like hustle and everything,
Yes.
which I don't regret, because my most, like I say, successful time, it's the time when I hustle and I, like I said, I will not go sleep. I have a life opportunity right now, and I do my best, because I can, I don't need to sleep for, let's say, days, weeks, and everything, but I can change my life forever, right? So that was, I think, was also important because it depends where you are on your life, because you need to pay some price.
Yes,
You know?
totally. And I think, as I mentioned, I also used to be workaholic, but I think nowadays, I think my life needs to be measured in five aspects: work and fame, right? And the second would be financial. The third one would be relationship, and the fourth one would be physical health, and the last one would be the peace of mind. So I always monitor my level of each area, whether they are aligned to my purpose, each one, right? So I set the goal clearly for each one aspects, and then if anything, maybe during that time, for example, maybe like few years ago, I have my financial is not so good. So during that time, I focus mainly with financial because I need to improve it better. But I think you can balance yourself, because when you have state five clear goals in each area, and then after that you would know which one need your priorities during each time. Otherwise, because you cannot improve everything in the same pace, at the same time.
Yeah.
It's all about giving priorities.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, because people call this balance, but it's impossible, you know? Like, it's the same right now. Like, okay, I pay the price to make this, one part of my life, take care of the people, which I'm very proud of this one. And it's also give me motivation and, I can say good sleep, because I'm motivated when other people find them, their passion, and they do something what they love, and they do something what they always want, that makes me happy, and so it's my driven, just to even be alive, to be honest, like I know it sounds weird, but if I have myself and it's just only for me, and like, for what?
I think that is good. It is called gratitude, right? You need to have that to have a happy life. And I think I also practice gratitude on a daily basis. And when I wake up, and also before I go to bed, before I go to bed, I would think of the best five things during for that day, so I can go to bed, with optimistic mindset, and also be thankful. And when I wake up, I always, thank you for what I already have, and like you have a good relationship, you have your family, you have your work, you have your, I would say, the true friends, all of that. So I think you need to have that gratitude.
Do you have tattoos?
Yes, yes.
That's your only one tattoo?
Yes, only one now.
Wow.
The tattoo is saying amplify your dreams. So it's also the motto for ProPlugin, my company, right? I also believe in this because every musicians, every artist, every creators, they are doing, they're trying their best to achieve their dreams, right? So ProPlugin is basically be the supporter of their dreams. So that is what I believe. This is my dream, to support other people's dream by providing something that I am being good at it. I can be best at it, and I can best providing it. So that is what my dream. And it's also about the culture now that I was mentioned, building the culture. The culture that I'm trying to build as our company is, we need to be self-developing people. And if you're not trying to make yourself better, then it's not good for you, right? Because this is the natural law, right? Then the natural is about evolving yourself. This is the most important thing of the natural itself. It's always evolving. So I think we also part of the nature. So we need to have this kind of thing, the evolving mindset that you need to evolve yourself all the time. So that is always, we are trying to make it happen internally. And I think that is quite good now because I am also trying to help and supporting my colleagues' dream because they want to grow up, they want to be better, they want to earn more, they want to be more, be connected to the field that they love with the music industry and stuff. So it's all about balancing everyone's dreams at ProPlugin with partner dream, customer dreams, and also my staff dreams.
And I think it's the part when we live in on the special in Thailand and at Bangkok, what I also discover, like the way how you can also monetize, because I have many people who are artists, and they have a talent, but the talent about monetize this and have a living with this one, it's absolutely very important. At the same time, it's not always that easy, because if you have a talent for the music like my father had, but he never go this direction because he cannot see the option like how we can earn money from this, because you don't see the samples. So I think what you're doing also, even through the podcast and having these people, because there's so many different ways, like collaboration, building your brand, having someone who built your brand, who love for example, working with the artists, right? I'm actually do the same things here. That's what I told you before. I getting people who have the passion, and even if I don't like some kind of music style and everything, I don't care. I love the people passion, So people
Same
say, "Oh,
thing.
you put the techno here and everything." So it doesn't matter, For me, it's the people, and I like to growing because that's how also show, the ability to basically do what you love and don't adjust to the current trend and everything, because many people just try to, okay, now we, play EDM because everyone play EDM. Nobody like this one. It's like, it doesn't matter, It's more about who you connect with,
Staying true to yourself, right? Being authentic. I think that's the
and
key
because
thing.
people try to adjust, it's like, oh, this is trend, I need to go this one. You achieve sometimes much more if you go with the niche. Even on your business, to be honest, if I just look like general, because, like I love to, see the, business and connect with the dots, and I see like where can, this can go connect and everything, like there's so many niche what you can touch. And every niche have a really passionate people. Sometimes you can have the people like who even listen to this music, and you have no idea like how many people go to some niche what you never know that exists, right?
I think that's true. That is actually my business model. Our ProPlugin is about targeting multi niche market like DJs, creators, podcasters, and also live streamers, musicians, and artists, producers, sound engineers.
Yep.
So we are targeting multi niche, and each one, right, have different requirement, has different needs. So we need to try to make our place, our area, our service, that can provide to all of these people. So that's why we come up with this experience center, and with the website as well. And we also have the team that can installation with all the audio, video, and visual stuff for any clubs, for any conference, or even studios. So we are trying to do all of that because we want to support the passion, support the dreams.
Because every small player, every person who just start from the small dream become sometimes the biggest company in Thailand,
Agree.
That's everything start from some young kid dream and everything who see someone, and that's even my sister when we remember when we start this club, and then we also have a DJs and realize like, oh my God, like, okay, we have so many DJs, but don't bring us so much crowd because of the, the way how the structure works. So I said, my sister, check, and like, maybe I can be DJ, and like, let's check on the YouTube, right? And we just start practicing, learning from YouTube, and And that's all. She basically have a goosebumps when she start doing, putting on the, the USB stick,
Into the
start this
music,
one,
right?
and then like, her 90s music, the passion, like, and we're like, wow, like we can be DJ, but many people don't have the things on the head because sometimes someone logged them some information. Oh, you need to study. Oh, you need to have a course. Oh, it must be this way. Even my best friend, I remember when I told my friend I going to the studio to check to make music with my two friends. And they said, you need to at least 2 years. I was like, for what? I was like, to rap, to make music. And like, who tell you this one? Like, look at me, right? And then I discovered myself, like how to even make music, how to on my own way. It's not about from YouTube, from book and the school. It's about I found how I create the concept in my head, connect with the words, connect with the expression, and be on the flow and the not judgment things if someone laughing or not. And I go to the stage and people laugh, but I don't care because many people want to have the balls to do the same, but they don't do it because they're shy. They're afraid of the opinion.
Yeah.
But I go and what, right? And that's how it works. You need to, be. You need to pass these things, because you need to learn the process of you like this, you not good and everything. But that's how everything works. Everyone have the same story, or very similar, to be honest.
Agree. And I think you say afraid of the opinions, right? I think that is everyone has it, right? And even if you want to be creators, you need to accept that some people might not like it, and some people could give you a bad comment. There might be the person that doesn't really watch you on a regular basis. They just come and throwing at you, and then they leave. So it's not about you have to letting go all of this. That it doesn't. It I think it was called it a noise. I think the most difficult thing in doing become the creator or podcaster is you need to be able to manage this your feeling inside that doesn't be affected by these comments.
So some people just don't read comments.
Yes, I think it's better. Even for me, right? When I think I try to read comment on not too often, but sometimes to receive the feedback. But I think we need to digest it, whether which one is the positive feedback
Yeah.
and which one is a negative and doesn't give you anything, right?
Yeah.
So just letting it go.
It's very easy. Like I know even people who are like trolling just to have fun.
Yep.
And it's really touched because they are so professional when they use the word when they know they can hurt someone, and it's affect the feelings and everything. So it's actually someone can take it and really like end career because you read comments where it's like, oh no, you don't, you are really bad when you're younger, nobody like you also, and like that can be me. Right, and
Totally.
and then many people like sure. That's why I think talking about this one's important because the people realize, oh damn, actually it's happened to me. I understand, and I want to get out from this one. Last question.
Yep.
But you want to say something?
I want to say that I think one of the leader problems that in Thailand, I'm not sure about you, but I think as a leader, when you're working with many people in Thailand, there is a sense that you would also afraid of opinions of the people you work with. I also even have that kind of problem before. So I think it's normal things in life that you need to endure and overcome it. I think there's a book called in Thailand would be called กล้าที่จะถูกเกลียด It means that being doesn't be afraid of to be hated. So I think you need to have that mindset when you know that you have pure intentions of doing good things and you are trying your best with actions. Because when people might say that they want to be famous, they want to do something, right? I think it's the shitty idea. You should not take their ideas, take their thoughts to become your thought. So you need to separate that.
I want to ask you also about your brother because that's your best friend. It's your supporter.
Yep. We are close.
After fighting.
Yes, after fighting. Yes. I think nowadays, since we have been working together for like 23 years, right? And when we work every day, I think the brotherhood kind of fade out. But I think right now, I think we have a better balance now. We have our brother moment. We also have our colleague moment, right? When we are at work, we are still act professional. But I think you need to, if you work with the people you love, or you work with the people in your family, you need to have a separate time to have different relationship. Otherwise, it would be all about work, and would get destroyed. The relationship with your loved one.
I experienced this almost.
Yep. I also work with my girlfriend, so
Yes.
I'm trying to balance this kind of thing much better. Luckily, when I travel abroad, my girlfriend went there with me, so we have always good vacations together. And when we
That's
came
nice,
back, we
yeah.
also trying to find like a good date night.
That's nice. Because I believe also in your case, you surround with the people, especially you have a people with a passion, and I think about the time when you have a haters and the comments and everything, it's important to have even one person who are on your side, no matter what, And I think it's always my message, just find one person.
Yep. I would call it support system.
Yeah.
Everyone need it. Everyone need to have it, right? And I think maybe sometime we had it, but we neglect it. So we need to make sure that everyone needs support system, because when you are tired, when you have any problem, you need someone to lean into, right? I think that is also what life is, right?
Yep.
If you have all the money in the world but you have no loved ones, would you be happy?
Yep.
No, right?
Yeah. What's your, I guess, say, strategy to make support system? Who can be, how you can make it? Some people, don't have girlfriend, right? Sometimes even don't have family. What's your strategy for this?
I think I would say that my inner circle, right, would need to be giver. I think you can call people, you can categorize them in 3 categories: giver, taker, and matcher, right? I think your inner circles need to be giver, and you need to be giver yourself. You need to, always sharing and caring about other people, and your inner circle need to be the same. In different personality is okay, but I experienced that when I say culture that were not good, right? Because we have too many takers in the company, and so the culture is really toxic. But nowadays, if there is anyone who are all about themselves, right, doesn't care about the colleagues, doesn't care about customer, doesn't care about the company, I would fire his ass quickly, because I would not allow any takers in my company anymore. And also, I would not keep any taker in my inner circle. You can know them, right? Some people you are related to them as relatives, but you doesn't have to keep them into your inner circle. I think this would give you a much harmony life, and your support system can, uplift you a lot.
So was giver, takers, and the third one?
Matcher would mean that someone, right, they are not truly the giver, but when they receive it, they would give it back. But taker would only take, but would not give anything back. So I think this is the people. I think you can see that. I can see that you're a giver, because you invite me to join your podcast. You invite me to shoot the video production, and you also
I'm the, how it goes, matcher?
matcher.
Like match.
Yeah. Yes. Match.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's my strategy as well, right? To be, transparent, right? But that's how I function, because like, even if I don't receive, I give, right? And I connect the dots after this one, because you cannot predict. I have no idea, who you are, right? So it's, all about, how we match. How we match. You see the match. Now it makes sense,
Yes.
Now I get it. Yeah. Oh, that's funny, matcher. Yeah. That makes sense. I
Yes.
don't know if it's from this word, but I mean, it's not from this one, but it's like, if you match and then you realize you connect, then you get some transaction,
Yep.
right? With the people, because relationship are transactional. Like everything is transactional, basically.
Agree.
Right? And it's even people say no, like unconditional love. No way, no way. It's about
Maybe with kids, right? But maybe with people, I think with kids you still need their love, right?
Yep.
In a way.
But it's easy to trick with the toy and everything. You love me or not? You want to go with Papa or you want to have candy? So it can be tricky. But dogs are unconditional, right?
Yes.
Your 2 dogs unconditional.
Yeah.
They love you forever.
Yes.
If you not come back for 1 week or 1 month, they will love you the same. Like
Yeah. Agree. And I think having dog, for me, having dog is like, you can receive all this warm energy, it's like recharge yourself. Because when I go back my home, I hug them, and it's like it's dog baby, so it's kind of recharge me.
Yeah. Then
give me my oxytocin hormone.
Yeah. My previous guest, the Michael, what I showed the video from the man that rescued dogs, he actually said like, they have me, like I don't have dogs, they have me, because he has 13 dogs on his room, but he said they allowed him, basically it's their place, they allowed him to sleep on their bed,
Great mindset. Good mindset.
like that's what I hear about the like cats, like the animals choose us, we don't choose animals. Like they let us to think like they we own them and everything, right? But it's not like this. It's other side. I mean I always think like
even dogs, I read that dogs can even like they're like kids. They are trying to make them make you feel sorry for them, or maybe they are trying acting a bit to beg for
I see sometimes that like the memes, or I mean the video when the dogs like was acting like he have like legs broken or something like this, and later they put him and like he start walking normal. It's like what the hell, or like the dogs in 7-Eleven. Oh my god, they even allow the dogs inside. That's so cool. I love the like culture, like the 7-Eleven's built and like automate there's few dogs coming, okay guys, it's my new place, and like where you come from even, like you're just waiting for the 7 build, and every 7-Eleven own dogs,
Yes, it's great. Like maybe that dog is the owner of that 7-Eleven.
So I want to hear, so you have a sausage for free and everything set up. That's crazy, but they choose the place. Like I live in the Samui before, and it's like, why some dogs staying on the 5-star hotel on the like the beach and everything, and some sitting on the garbage, that's like, it's the choice. They can also move to the beach, That's funny choice. But I think it's the same like with us, Sometimes
so it's also, you mentioned dog, right? It's about choice. I think it's also about the people, right? We can choose our reality. So whatever life we want, we can also just choose where to put ourselves in.
If you say what is most important for you, mind, body, or soul?
I think it's all connected, right? But I think the soul would be the most important thing, because if you can evolve your soul in a better way, I think mind and body would come through, right? So I think you need to focus with the soul.
But we talk about the body, about the sleep, So
Yes. But I think I totally agree.
The tricky question, right? Because like who was the first, like eggs or chicken, right?
But the thing is, if you think of it, right, in a way, one day you need to go away from this body, you will die, right? But the only thing that might left after you die is the soul. So
that's what they say, That's what you believe?
Yes, I believe that. I didn't believe that before this, but I think for the past 5 years, my belief changed. So I believe that.
So it's connect with the believing there's something more after that, or that death exists, or the death of the body?
Yes, I think maybe we are still living right now. We are in the simulation. I don't know, right? But I think that definitely there is a journey for the soul to go.
And I also believe the journey it's about to be on this life and do as much as possible what you want, what you can, so you don't need to regret. I think
Yep.
That's the one concept.
And I think I just, Deepak Chopra, I just listened to the podcast about summarizing this book. It's How to Know God. There are several levels of consciousness of human. The first one is about fight or flight, right? So I think this is normal. People cannot be happy. It's all about striving on an each day basis. The second level is about, kind of the material world. So it's about you think the business, the thing that you have in this life is all about your determination, you're eager to learn all that stuff, right? But it's all about the material thing. But the third awareness, the third consciousness is the third level of awareness is even the world is in chaos, you still find your inner peace. I think ice bath can help you in this because it would help you into this parasympathetic, right? So I think ice bath would definitely help us to get reach to this level on a regular basis. And the fourth level would be when you make any decisions, it comes from inside of you, the intuition. So I think if you have this kind, when you want to do, if you make any decision and it's come from your inner self, the intuition, you are reaching this full level. And the fifth level would be the creative consciousness. It means that you are innovating something new to the world. It's like Albert Einstein, like Nikola Tesla, that kind of thing, that they come up with the theory, a principle that totally changed the world and it's new to the world. And the sixth is you have, you have some abilities that other people doesn't have, and the seventh level would be the enlightenment. So I think this, when you go to enlightenment, then you are kind of unify with the universe itself. This is my belief, and I think this book is called How to Know God, written by Deepak Chopra. He is also master in business and also master in spirituality. So I really like it because I can understand it better to these concepts.
It sounds similar like a Maslow pyramid on the like more spiritual version, like the pyramid of the needs for the human, right? Like you need to have a home, security, protection, the connection with the group, society and everything. But that's so funny because many years ago I discovered one was the standard, like the highest was the self-awareness, like you said, the like realization, self-realization.
Self-realization.
But I found somehow the other version of this one would nobody show, and above this one was the helping of to others about self-realization. It's about the teaching. It's about the sharing. It's what exists on the level right now. Like you go through some journey, upside down, good moments, right? And then now you're on the part when you want to share. And also see, even when I ask people about the inviting for the podcast, I also realize the one who agree is the one, first of all, who they pass some journey. The second have some legit things to share. And they continue, or even because everyone can mistake. I understand, like I do something, like not connect with the, morality, this one, but I change. I just understand and I grow and I move, right? So that's everyone have some journey. But if someone still keep going with the, with the dark side, they don't want to be on the podcast.
Yep.
So it's kind of filter, right? But later, everyone who like achieve any level of like already going the good journey, want to share this. Like really feel good when I tell the story about my life. And it's not about teaching, it's about sharing.
Yep.
You not teach, you know what I mean? You just share, you just talk something that's on you, right? I don't see like, guys, by the way, you need to understand, what I'm saying, and you need to do ice bath every day. It's not our purpose. We're just saying what we do,
Yep.
right? Not about everyone should do this one, right? That's the difference about the conversation and actually the teaching, right?
I like that, yeah. I like the summarization.
So I think it's even about the Deepak Chopra. I think, like you said, the highest can be this one, but the next level can be helping others.
Yep.
Because, if you have already, like you only have, like even on my business, my project, I want everyone to have a good life, not only me, right? I want to help everyone to find the things what they, enjoy, what they're good at and everything. And I for sure have the same on your business, right? People need to be suitable for the things what they do, You don't have a person who don't like music and they're like, hey, you play guitar, huh? Because I pay you.
And you say sharing. I really like that, right? There is actually, I can say that the people who have the highest success would need to be the giver and they need to be among the givers. But if you are the giver that are among the takers, you would lose all your money. But if you are a giver among the givers, then you would take turn to give each other. So it would be like, everyone is complimenting each other every time, and you are growing as a group, as a pack. But if you are surrounded yourself with takers, you cannot survive because no matter how much you give, right, it wouldn't be enough. But if you give it to the giver and they give back, everyone kind of help each other grow along the way. I think this is the best way to bring you happiness and also to bring you the high level of success.
I want to ask you a question. I don't always ask you a question, but do you believe like if you find things what you love, you should go all in, or you should left something? For example, don't sell your house, keep some savings, in case, like in case.
I think I would quote the CP Group, right? CP Group from
Yes.
Thailand. He said that the CEO and founder, he said that when they invest anything, right, they would not invest everything that would give them the chance of going bankrupt. Because you need to have the exit plan. Because things the plan right now and reality never the same thing, right? So But I think from time to time, even myself, I also go all in the past as well. So I think it's depend on your stage
Yeah.
and at where what about the age of you having, right? Because when you are
Exactly.
younger you have a lot to lose, but you get older, I think you need to be more careful. I
True.
think that would be my belief, because I cannot say that which one is better, but you need to evaluate yourself.
Yeah. That's what I also believe, because like you said, different situation, different time. Like you said, when you're younger, you need to go all in because the plan A, that's the only things what you have,
Yep.
right? So you cannot say like, oh, okay, I go to save job and everything. It can be, sometimes the option, right? But I think if you find something what you love, special about not about investment, even about if you find something what you love and you enjoy and you really found this, like all in, because you're fighting for this one,
Yep.
and then you fight something. So it's like, what's the other chance you find again? You're looking for this one whole life. That's, I think, is the beauty of, finding your own passion. That's what people looking for this one. If you can do everything every day and you enjoy, and you find like, yeah, it's doesn't matter how much will pay me. I think there's like a big question, like, if you can do, Alan Watts said, like, if you can do for the same money, let's say, what kind of job you'll choose, right? Who will be, what kind of profession will have, right? Because then you can really know what you like, what you enjoy, because then it's not about the money, it's about just do these things, right?
Agree. For me, right now, my passion is mainly about music, entertainment, and also wellness. So I think I focus, other than ProPlugin, I also have other business as well. In the same building that we will launch, it's actually 9-floor building. So second floor and third floor would be about ProPlugin, right? And the rest would be a wellness. I would have the ice bath, immersive.
No way.
I would have the immersive studio as well. So I will show you. We can do a lot of activities over there. I would have all the LED screen, and also in the upper floor and on the ceiling. Sorry, and also with lighting and immersive audio. And this is also my passion. When I was younger, my passion is quite scattered. I try many different things, but now when I get older now, I know which one is right for me. I think music and entertainment it serves me really well. I always, music give me a lot of happiness in life. And when I go to music festival, it's kind of give me music therapy. And I think when you get older now, like me,
Come on, you're still young, super young. You look younger than me.
we both look young, right? But when I get older, I try, I have been starting ice bath for 4 years now and fasting about 5 years. When you get a better care of yourself, I think you can be much happier. Your life would be easier when your body or your physical is in good shape, right? You can live a happier life. But the thing is, the last time I just went to become ordained as a monk in November, right? Before that, I always get addicted that I need to stay in good shape, When I'm too stressful, I kind of, my brain kind of, work in not sharper. And I always addicted to have this kind of dopamine, like the ice bath and in quite well body, not stuck or not stressed body. But after the monkhood, I kind of learned the most important thing, which is dissolving my ego. And then after that, anything that I already got addiction, right? I don't think I am addicted to anything right now. And so because of this, become the monkhood. Before this, maybe when I couldn't go to sleep, I smoked some cannabis. But nowadays, I can go to sleep without smoking cannabis easily now. So I think you need to try to dissolving your ego. Mushroom might help in a way, but you need to do it proper. But I think if you have this kind of, period of time for yourself that you can become the other person, that you are not be the normal, the everyday you. You need that on a yearly basis, to maybe you can, as you say, you go to practice vipassana, right, for 10 days. That is totally a good thing to do on a yearly basis.
But I remember when I go to Vipassana and then I go with the problem and I cannot focus because I have something going on. I was the time as a voluntary, so I just help the cooking and everything, but I still attend on all the process. And the teacher told me, "You need to leave." And
Oh, wow.
yeah. I said, why? It's like, you cannot fix your external problem internal here. Doesn't matter how long you'll be here, you cannot fix. You need to fix your life, what you have a problem outside. And it's like, oh, damn. You know what I mean? Because I just go there just to, just to
Find a
handle
solution,
hard,
right?
find a solution, but like handle like emotion and everything. And there was someone like my best friend before who destroyed my reputation, my whole business. I was basically homeless, even after this one, because it's destroyed my everything what I built, And then I go to the Vipassana and was like, damn, it's true. Like you cannot escape. Like you cannot smoke weed, take mushroom. You just need to handle situation. You just need to go work, for example, do your things, hustle, right? You cannot just go and like, okay, I don't have money, but I have my chakras and my third eye, like,
Yeah.
and I'll track the money to my life, not to go to work, like that's
Yeah.
the solution, that's not about this one. And many people just confuse between the spirituality and the just to do the best and the hustle and the work hard and everything. Working hard does not mean you are go out from your soul. I love working hard because I really enjoy, and that's make me like feel alive, and that's powerful and good self-esteem, and I feel great.
You feel worthy, right?
And I feel worthy, but at the same time, I know it's also part of my spirit because the things what I do is good intention. So it's not working hard just for money. It's working hard because it's connect people. Like for me, it's working hard right now because I realize it's the work, right? Of course I enjoy, but we cannot be confused. It's the work, right? So people say, oh, just talk and everything. It's work. Everything is work. And I love to work like this. But at the same time, it's work. It can be exhaust and everything, like everything else. So it's about the intention. So like I said, you need to mind, body, soul, right? You need to fix problem on every part. Like you said, your five stages, right?
Yeah. I think you need to focus with 5 areas of your life.
Yeah.
With work and fame, right? The second one would be financial. The third thing would be your relationship. The fourth thing would be your physical health.
Yep.
And the last thing would be your peace of mind. I think if you can balance this thing in a well aligned, I think you would have a much happier life.
It can also help when you start doing, like you said, step by step things. It's one thing can fix another, slowly.
Yep.
Because it's like if you take care of the, health, you think different,
Yes.
and you never realize you don't need to do the other one anymore, right?
Yep.
But
For
if you start
example.
fixing, if you start doing this everything one time, so, okay, today I do this one, and you have your program, which sometimes can be very tricky. Like many people say, oh, daily routine, do this one, do this one, do this one, and they get stuck because they cannot move forward because it's too much. If you do 5 things in one day, it's a lot.
Yep.
It's a lot.
Stephen Bartlett say that there is willpower fatigue. He say that our willpower is limited, and it also come from his podcast show. Right, he interviewed one of the neuroscientists. I do not remember the name. And it's from the book, and he say that everyone right has willpower quite limited. So you cannot start 5 things at once. You need to start one thing, and then maybe you can want to start ice bath this month. But the next month you can start one thing, but you need to give yourself a time to get used to it.
Yeah.
Because if you do like you want to do ice bath, meditation, and lifting weight, all the 3 things in one day, you maybe do it on one day, but you cannot do it every day because the willpower is limited. You need to spend it wisely.
How you handle the things connect with the patience and the motivation and the hustle and your ambition, because even your tattoo, right? Amplify. It's also connect with some kind of, I can say, rush somehow, right? Because we also think like you want to have the peace of mind, but at the same time, you want to achieve things, you want to grow. And growing, it's time, right? But at the same time, growing, you need to push harder, because in other case, if you say, okay, I give myself 40 years to be plugin successful, then microphone not exist anymore, and the AI take over, right?
Yep.
So you need to work between the balancing the time, the same trend, pressure. You're still ambitious as to be honest. So I want to ask you about this part.
I think for me, right, I used to be quite hothead, with low patience kind of guy before the breakdown. But I think after that, I learned a lot. I learned to have enjoying life. Life is infinite marathon. So if you focus with the finish line, you will never be happy because your finish line is when you are dead, right? If you're comparing life to marathon. So life is about infinite marathon. So you need to enjoy every step of the way. So you cannot, I think this is what life really teaching you. You cannot have everything you want, but you can learn to enjoy to have what you need. Maybe you doesn't have a super big house. Maybe you need a good house that you live with the loved one. So just focus with what you need for each state. You will have a happier life. And Jensen Huang, right? He's the CEO and founder of NVIDIA. He said that the highly successful people have low expectation, because when you have high expectation, you can endure failures more difficult. Because when you come from the rich family, you graduated from the leading university, you automatically have high expectation because you have everything already. But when you fail, you cannot overcome it easily. But the successful people, they would have, maybe like for us, for me, right? I just want to do podcast about challenging this concept. I didn't have any expectation that I have to be reach like 1 million subscriber, but I want to keep it better every time. Sometimes I get stuck as well. Sometimes I keep doing the same thing, and that teach me. And then something would hit me that I should not do the same thing on the routine without improving it or evolving it. So I think people need to make sure that about the both thinking fast and slow, right? Try not to use system one. That would be your automated thinking, your default mode network thoughts. Just be more conscious, right? Be more conscious. Be more aware of what you think, of what you are doing right now. The word is metacognition. You need to be more aware of what you think. If you are totally aware of what your thoughts are each day, you can control it. You can train it to be better. You can question your thought, that why you have that thought, right? Maybe you have some hate, you have some angriness, some mad, right? You would understand why you get angry because this guy stepped on my value and I don't like anyone to step on my value. Maybe I'm angry because I'm angry with my girlfriend because yesterday she made that to me and still have that on my mind. So when this new thing came up, I can see that it's all about myself, that I need to dissolving that feeling. So I think it's all about monitoring of what you are thinking, and then I think you would have much happier life. So the basically is enjoy the journey, but be always focus of what you are heading to. But even right now, everyone have New Year resolution, right? I always have target for the company every year. We cannot hit that every year, but every year, whether I do ask that to my colleagues, to my team, right, and even myself, do we have any progress this year? I think if we are not make it as what we plan to, but we still have some progress, that's good. We are on the right track. But if it doesn't have progress, then you need to reflect yourself, or maybe you need to talk to that person that why they are not making any progress, because it's all about progress, one day at a time.
So it's also not overacting about the results. It's still about the progress, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because some people sometimes they look at the numbers about the year, but they don't understand, for example, like it's happened on some months and it's something changed because the calculator and everything. So sometimes I think the statistic it's not show the progress because you become different, you change this one, you adapt, because some market can go down, but you adjust and you think you not grow, but actually grow because you have a collapse of the market when nobody handle, but you handle.
Yes.
I have on my project, and because of some restriction about the verification of the accounts, is basically the business go down, but because they find a way to put it on level, they just do 10%. But they don't understand it's still progress, because if they don't work hard on this one, they will get 80% downside.
Agree.
And it's still progress. The statistic can be wrong sometimes because like you grow every time you grow. So, sometimes you don't see the market is going change, but you grow, so you adjust. So you think it's like for you normal, to get good numbers. But actually, That's why you still exist, because most of the business fail. Most of the business then don't have the success like you. They don't want to develop. They want to stay on the small place and everything, and it's great because everyone have their own vision, on plan, and everything. I love people who are specialists working on some project. Many people from on the Fortune Town, they're amazing specialists who just have own space and they love what they do, and that's also quite inspiring. Many people on the Fortune Town, like the shops and everything, and they do it for years.
Yep.
They love it and enjoy it. They have their own clients. They always come back. I have one guy who fixed my MacBook. I always come back to this guy because he's real. He never tell you always what's going on. Don't try and pretend, acting and everything. Super nice. So sometimes I'm thinking like my laptop up, and because I need to meet the guy again, So I love these things about the passion, And sometimes if you are still alive and you can do things what you love, that's amazing.
Totally, man. It's about making progress, and I think in order that, I think many people I would assume that you also have been distressed in the past as well. I think it's also about truly loving and compassionate to yourself as well. For me in the past, right before COVID, I didn't really accept myself enough. And I didn't have, the true love to myself and compassion enough to myself. And when I act to that, act that way to myself, I also tend to act that to other people. So I think it's all about you need to have the compassion to yourself. You need to be kind to yourself. You need to give you a small round of applause if you have any small wins, right?
Yeah.
It's all about we're humans, and we have emotions. So if you have that, you can do that to yourself. I think it would make you even better a better leader, because you can also empower people to grow.
It's a lot of nice guidance. Joe, I really appreciate having you here.
Thank you for
that was really
for the
pleasure.
invitation.
Your story and I think what you want to share. I think good to have you because you are able to also talk more. And I learned to listen because you're super interesting, especially your experience and the way how you treat life, yourself, and others. That's really inspiring. I think many people have something to get, some notes. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate the invitation. I really enjoy talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.